all feel that, they haven't necessarily had that perfect set of circumstances around them. And so this is their opportunity to step up against the defending champions here and make something happen.
All right.
It would be a big one. It would be a big upset here if they
good at turning those around with the fear plus the execution. So FlyQuest will take this first one. This will be 1 out of 3 progress to their first feat. Reminder, since we are on the current patch, it's not first blood feat, it's first to 3 kills. The feat of warfare. Grubs are your favorite feat.
Because the grub buff also helps out with getting 5-on-5 setup that they're going to have. A little bit of a play up here, just gets the cleanse out though.
Yeah, got the cleanse, misses the follow-up arrow. Masu with a good sidestep on that one. Zeyzal wanted to jump in, but he takes a turret shot. That means Busio and Masu are going to come out on top in terms of health with this trade, but Contracts is nearby, so Shopify are trying to bait their opponents to just step a little bit too far forward, allow Contracts to come through the wall here with the Ishtal's impact. He does have the Impale ready to go now, too. We'll see if they want to go for it. Contracts going in. Busio with a nice stun there onto Contracts. Flashes back out of the way, ready to turn it around here with a crash down. Zeyzal flashing out as well. Palafox with that spiraling despair over the wall and the rain of arrows. It's first blood over to B-Boy. Might look for one more. Can't quite get the snipe here on Amasu. Another sidestep away from the piercing arrow. Palafox just barely manages to get the kill.
Because they did give up some priority there.
Uh-oh. We're right back into the action, though, as they're locking up Masu. He doesn't have any summoner spells, but Busio with a beautiful counter-engage, and B-Boy is already down. Make it 2 dead on Shopify Rebellion. Make it FlyQuest. Picking up
Flash over the wall from Quad. Inspired there, buying the time, keeping Masu alive, who was missing those summoners. And they're getting the grubs. They're getting the plates on top side as well, as Whippo has time to push in here. And he's going to be forced to flash, as did have his steering charge there kind of interrupted by Fudge.
Scrap in mid was, because remember, Shopify did have the 2-0 kill lead. Now let's see how the fight breaks out. Arrow flies out from Masu. Busio ready to follow up the engage. Nice use of the Cassiopeia ulti from Quad. The shutdown credit goes over to Busio, and Palafox is already down. Zeyzal 2, Fudge flashing away as FlyQuest have already found 2 kills. Whippo's going. Fear Beyond Death. First half hits B-Boy, but he pops the cleanse to get away. FlyQuest feeling great about it. 2 more kills and an extra Drake. But wait a second. That Drake was stolen away. The turret was what gets them the feats after all. The Drake isn't what's going to do it. Isaac, you already pointed that out, but I got so lost in the details, man. Turret at least gets it done.
Lost in the feed.
FlyQuest feeling good. Yeah, we're lost in the feeds.
Contracts did the drive-by, the Skarner Classic. Drove on in there. He was able to yoink the dragon, but Flowers, they're still tremendously behind in the game and need to fight their way out. Zeyzal's going to try and do just that.
Yeah, Zeyzal trying to buy time for the rest of the team to come in here and collapse on Whippo. They've got a 4 versus 1. There's no way out. Whippo wanted to try to maybe find a way to take Zeyzal. And this is something that we've seen teams do in the past against FlyQuest, against Whippo specifically, try to punish that aggressive play style that he has. But Whippo's ready to turn it around. He knows he has backup coming to help him. Inspired and Masu here on the right side flank. Fudge having to leap back to Contracts, trying to continue his escape route. B-Boy ready to reinforce the Shopify lines. Fudge is down to 40%. Quad's ready to make the big flank come in, but Whippo might just be the first to die. He stays alive, barely. Masu also hanging on. Whippo grabbing the first kill back against Fudge.
The amount of CC on this team, this is what we are a little bit worried about for Shopify, so they have to continue to try and make picks on side lane.
Nice slam into the wall with the angle there from Contracts, trying to take down Whippo. Whippo wanting again.
And then Inspired drops the Rift Herald to try and finish off that mid turret, and you just transition your pressure from mid push into Dragon. Very classic macro here from FlyQuest. So even though they lose Whippo, because of the fact he had TP, they are still able to get 2 objectives out of it.
Speaking of objectives, Otacon now on the Rift, and it is Voracious. He is hungry. The hungry one gives you the GA. This is scary stuff.
I think you were going to say you're hungry, so you eat the roses.
No, I don't know. What does that have to do with anything? No, the roses are the big one. Yeah, see,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody eats flowers, man. Fudge is in some trouble. They're trying to eat some fudge, but they aren't going to get him. Not all the way. Instead, Shopify turning it right back around onto Whippo, and Contracts is taking the kill. Now Palafox in danger. Flashes over the wall, but the arrow follows him. Masu on a rampage, on the warpath, on the hunt. Volley flies out, but it misses both targets. Masu wants to go after Fudge. Finds him with a little bit of damage, but the counter-strike might just be ready to turn it back around. Masu still slowing him down, still gunning him down. Nicely done with Busio here with a massive engage on the 2. It's a double kill back over to Masu. Everybody on Shopify Rebellion is dead in the dirt, and Otacon's the reward for FlyQuest.
And let's revisit this vicious, voracious Otacon. Because I always thought of it, okay, so Voracious...
Not the big one. He's a little one.
Well, he is the one.
FlyQuest is looking fed right now, so I'll say that much. Masu, finds the angle, is able to chase him down, and FlyQuest really looking good in these 5v5. Shopify have been good in the side lanes, finding picks, finding angles, but when it comes time to this 5v5, it does not feel like they have an answer.
So this was huge from FlyQuest. They're getting this reward. Worth pointing out, though, remember that they did nerf the Voracious Otacon in this patch. It was way too strong. So one of the big changes that they made was making it so it's worth more money when you have that free death. A little bit of a reminder of Masu's accomplishments last year. We already talked about his incredible rookie performance. Now here in this game, not slowing down at all. Bwipo finding himself a kill in a 1v3. Yeah, they might pick him off again, but it's not truly a kill as he just gets to withdraw. Busio also withdrawing. So 400 gold given over from both of those. But nobody actually dead as Masu just tearing through Contract's health bar. Again, he's not afraid of dying. It doesn't matter. Redemption. Gonna keep him healed up anyway. They don't even lose the false life. Masu's going legendary 8, 1, and 4. He's nearly got twice as many kills as the whole damn Shopify team. Bwipo looking to cut off the escape route. Palafox fears him, but Palafox will be the only one getting away as Contracts drops. Masu still won't even lose the fight.
Picking on you, and then you're able to turn it around in a 1v3
Huge.
and kill the other top laner. Quad chasing down Contracts, he's in trouble.
Yeah, Contracts, this is not where you want to be on that Skarner. Almost no way to get away from it. Easily done. Masu, Quad, Busio working. They will.
It's so hard to get in there.
You have to keeping it leashed. They're just keeping it leashed with Daisy.
The brush is also really annoying to deal with. You have to go in here. You're blind. The enemy team has just so much CC ready to counter you.
And here we go. Busio in for the Magnet Storm on to 3. They follow it up with a Petrifying Gaze. Shopify tries to fall back, but they only fall down. Quad goes on a rampage, and Masu's legendary. 3 dead bodies on Shopify, and it's about to be 4. Beautifully done by FlyQuest. It's Baron. It's a near ace right after. This has got to be just about the end of the game.
What a fight from FlyQuest. They managed that so well, utilizing the Ivern ultimate, keeping the Baron leashed while 3 members kept Shopify at bay. They claim the Baron, they claim the fight. They're going to claim the first win of LTA history.
FlyQuest is making this first game go exactly to expectations. They got the feats. They controlled the game from the very beginning. They had Shopify downloaded from draft, and now they're on the Nexus 26 minutes into the game, 19-5 on the board. FlyQuest are up 1-0.
And 26.5 minutes on the clock. That was a fast one.
I wanted to see, but all right, FlyQuest instead, we are going to go with the Nico.
Okay, so Nico going to be coming out here. So it is, again, a little bit of a flex down there to the support. Nico support
very slowly.
He's trying to delay for Quad, and he has been able to do it. Quad is now TPing back in a lane, but I don't think it's going to be in time to challenge here. So was just trying to see
the top side river. Looking at these grubs, Inspired wants to be able to secure at least the 1, and he does get it. Contracts and Fudge jumping in, forcing the flash over the wall from Inspired. Fudge does have the ability to go all out. Inspired slows him down, keeps him away. Quad coming up, Bwipo's also here. Fudge could be in some danger, but the all out also provides an escape mechanism. Bwipo trying to jump in on top of him, find some quick damage here at the very beginning. Inspired locks him up, but he goes unstoppable yet again here with the Pathmaker. Bwipo jumping in, but now he might be in a little bit of danger too. Nice shuffle comes out as Quad lays down the damage, and it's first blood over to FlyQuest. Palafox and Contracts on
the... demoralizing to have that early game go bad when you already know the late game was rough last time around.
And now Fudge versus Bwipo. Looks like we're going to get an all-in attempt coming out from Fudge. Bwipo wants to stand his ground here, needs a little bit more time for his cooldowns, does kite it out pretty well, and Inspired's ready to join up. Fudge now in some danger, and there's your Glacial Prison. There's the outplay.
And this champion just scales really to infinity. It is tough to deal with. But Contract's moving down to his bot side. They're going to look for a fight.
Yeah, Fudge this time the one who's got the extra power. Whoa, that was a bit of a yo-yo, but it looks like Bwipo's not going to have a good time anyway.
That is going to be secured. FlyQuest 1 kill away from that first feat of strength and working on these objectives. They do get, of course, they don't get credit for that first 2 grubs that they got. And Contract's just trying to take Dragon out on his bottom side. Busio looking to push him off.
Okay, Maokai LT shot out. Infernal Drake secured by Shopify.
He's going to be spotted by the pink, and Fudge is going to try to stand under tower. You can see Shopify's moving down.
Okay, Busio ready to start this one off with a Pop Blossom, and there's no way out. Feat of Warfare claimed for FlyQuest, but Shopify are looking for a counterattack. Contracts goes in, looks to lock up Bwipo. No way out here for the FlyQuest top laner, so a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah. You know, this is going to be going down. As you said, they already got the Feat of Warfare, so they are going to be able to get the Feats of Strength claimed back back-to-back games.
Also here, so is the Wave with a cannon minion, and FlyQuest with 5 grubs, Isaac, are just going to melt this cannon.
Yeah, this thing is going down very, very fast. They do trade back top lane tower, and so there's going to be some gold there for Palafox, who was also the beneficiary of the kill down on bot side. But Masu now moving in towards mid. Are they going to look to go for him? Inspired's going first.
Nice shot there on the B-Boy, forces out the cleanse, and now Contracts has to try to get away. He wanted to flash, but he still gets caught by the pop Blossom. Counterattack comes in as Zazel's ready to try to help his team, and Busio is going to be the only one killed in the scrap. Nicely fought from Shopify.
Yeah, nicely done, but they are very low in quad is here. So again, they're going to lose the tower. They get the kill. They lose out on the objective. That has kind of been
Shopify can do anything about it.
Gone.
I mean, at the same time, yeah, Whippo's just going to grab the tier 1. So that's just tier 1s melting everywhere. All 3 of them down now for
Dragon will be given up for sure, as Masu's just going to push out mid, and you're going to see Quad likely go down towards bot and get that moving in the right direction here. And then FlyQuest going to try to put themselves in the best possible spot to take that Otacon, but I think we're going to be a game that just comes down to a fight around it. And if FlyQuest gets it, I think it's going to be a bridge too far.
Ooh, nicely done there from Fudge, trying to lock Whippo up underneath the tier 2 turret, but it doesn't work because Whippo's able to make some distance, get himself away to safety. Masu jumped on by Zazel, but Masu also flashing out with a pop blossom, defensively used by Busio to protect the exit of FlyQuest. It was a little dicey, but critically they stay alive. Shopify, oh, that's got to be upsetting, man. You know they wanted to full send, be able to grab something there.
Shopify are on their way, but Fudge has got a TP now, you'd have to think.
All right, Shopify, if you're going to do something,
TPs.
It's time to start doing. Yeah, TP's coming in down here to the bottom lane. Both going to arrive around the same time. Whippo arrives first, but now he's all isolated. Whippo's got to make a little bit more distance for himself. Deadly Flourish trying to cover his escape. Maokai ulti flies through. Inspired hit with the root. Buffers through it with the Arctic Assault. Nicely done. But it's Shopify with control over the Otacon that has not reset. 5,000 HP on the objective, but Shopify's got to be careful. Whippo again going to be the target. Knocked back by the Intofo. Strikes. Whippo finally falls. Palafox takes the kill, but Contracts has to try to escape now. The Glacial Prison won't find him. He tries to re-engage, instead gets caught. Busio with the slam onto 2. A double kill back over to Quad. Whippo the only one dead on FlyQuest, and they've turned it right around. Shopify have nothing left to say with a triple kill over to Quad, and another team fight for FlyQuest.
It's a massive win there for FlyQuest. They're going to be able to get Otacon off the back of this again. It was a kill on the Whippo, but they commit so much onto him, and the whole time, Quad is hitting, Masu is hitting, and B-Boy was still low from that early chunk that Whippo got further back. You can see Busio on the side is threatening to try to keep these carries away. Palafox can't really fully commit in. B-Boy can't really fully commit in because of the threat of the Nico. And so yes, even though Masu does go down, Quad was always untouched. It just makes it so smooth to snowball a game to victory because there's not this kind of like dead space.
In the good way, he withdraws 200 gold over to Shopify, but it's just an easy opportunity, again, for FlyQuest to force this. It's exactly what you're talking about. This is the tool in their toolbox that allows them to keep the momentum of this game shoved down Shopify's throat.
Exactly. I mean, it looks like a silly death until you realize he just respawns instantly in the base, and they got 2 towers, including a Nexus tower off it. And Quad, he's going to die too, sure, but again, now look at top, look at mid, right? This is the problem, is that you're just forcing your opponents to spend more than they can afford to spend to try to defend these plays. Now Inspired is just going to go in for B-Boy. He'll kill him or he won't. It doesn't really matter either way because top lane is dying too. He just goes in, forces it. He even gets the kill as Whippo comes back. They're going to be able to get this kill on Inspired, maybe, but top lane tower is almost dead. Mid lane tower is gone. Bot lane inhibitor is dying now to Whippo. And this is the problem with this Otacon. It's so tough to be aware that he is around.
You should not try to jump this dude when he has friends and you're by yourself.
Don't kill the jungle dog.
Oh, no. Oh, there's 1.
Let the wolf go.
There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Oh, now the cannon's just going to hit him. 1 more hit. Oh, they're just going to give it to Inspired. There it is. Inspired will pick up that one. Contracts had no way out. Oh, now Palafox is going to be in some serious trouble here, too. Potentially, luckily has help nearby to guarantee his safety. FlyQuest ready to reinforce their own line. Busio hanging out on the flank here. He knows that his Nico, he doesn't really do anything to the Baron. It's all about having the flank in case Shopify tries to approach. Busio also on top of a control ward. He knows he is
of being able to contest, so I think you just kind of have to button up, go back to the base, hope you can find some sort of a way to defend, to delay. Zazel, though, getting caught out, he is in trouble. He's going to be flashing away, but he is flashing to the wrong side of the map. And Masu now
Yeah, contracts. Oh, no, dude, he's got to be gone. Quad unstoppable here. Just working together once again with his team, setting him up to knock him down. Now the mid lane inhibitor, that thing is trashed as the top lane tier 3 turret will fall right after. The inhibitor's going to go the same way. 30 seconds still on contracts. It's 5v4 in the enemy base for FlyQuest, and they're looking to end this one only slightly slower than they ended the first game. Zeyzal shoots off that Maokai ulti, but now he's got to be careful. He's dealing with Bwipo. It's a 3v1 favoring Shopify, but a nice counter attack from Busio locks up all 3. Quad goes in for the shuffle, finds 2. But FlyQuest have overcommitted a little bit here. They've already lost Quad and Bwipo, both solo laners down, as Masu is trying to fight and kite Palafox. Fudge and B-Boy defending the Nexus for the time being. Masu! It's him! It's always been him! He outplays him again and he makes it happen. Finally gets shut down by Fudge. Shopify holds on. They will have another chance. There you go, dude, sure. Easy take there for Inspired.
Kind jungler, you know?
Yeah, just a kind boy.
But, you know, as you say, the inhibitors are down except for bot lane, so the supers are going to be coming in, and they're still down 10k with no Nexus towers. It's going to be an incredibly hard defense.
Oh, nice shot coming out from Bwipo. They kill Palafox, and with his death goes all hopes for Shopify Rebellion holding this game any longer. Bwipo finds a double kill on the other remaining carry, and he's going to be able to vamp his way straight to the enemy Nexus. It's a 2-0 for FlyQuest, and it didn't look even remotely difficult. The champs are back.
Bwipo, the Ambessa, gets a kill there on the steps of the base. FlyQuest, as you said, picking up right where they left off. They're the champs for a reason, and they look so dominant today, kicking off the LTA with a 2-0.
FlyQuest coming out swinging. Bwipo with the wide walkover for the post-game fist bumps.
I mean, not even 60 minutes of total gameplay for the series, so they have got to be feeling really good about how this one started off. FlyQuest, they took a break. They didn't boot camp. You know, they took some time to reset, but they have clearly adapted to the new season, to the new system very quick.
Nice opening look here for FlyQuest. Time to join Jack on stage for an interview.
Thanks, Flyers. I'm here with Bwipo. 2-0.
Pretty good.
How's that aligned with your expectations?
Completely within expectations, I'd say.
How was the offseason for you, and how have you been?
Honestly, really good. I feel like I turned 26, so December 24, I turned 26. I feel like the first 25 years of my life, you know, pretty good road. I want to kind of work on what I've built, and that's kind of the goal. So for me, you know, I talked about my mental health last year and all this stuff. I feel like this world's run, especially on an NA team, the people I worked with, the fact that I get the opportunity to work with them again, is really going to be an opportunity for me to solidify what I've built in those first 6 years of my career and kind of make it the standard.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people might not know how unique it is to keep exactly the same roster, even pretty much the same coaches year over year. What kind of opportunity does that allow you into this new 2025?
So for me personally, the biggest opportunity is like keep building on the trust you've already built. For example, like we came back into practice, and the very first thing I'm working with Quad is like, hey, I know that you might feel like you have to hover because I'm going to feed. Trust me, if I'm feeding, it's because I know it's okay to feed. So I need you to trust me, do your own thing, commit to your play. I'm always going to keep you in mind. I trust that you're making the best play at that moment. I want you to trust that I'm going to make what I think is the best play. And if it's not, you can yell at me later. It's fine.
That's amazing. I also saw you took some time in between games to type some things on your phone and send them out to the world. Do you want to say what you said and kind of why you did it?
So for me, I mean, we got to draft Urgot, Ivor, and Casio. If anyone watched our Worlds run, that was kind of what we used to beat Asian teams. You know, some of the best teams in the world. Maybe you'd want to not let us play that kind of composition into 3 melee characters. It's a thought. Obviously, I don't know what's going on with them, but really the number one thing I want to bring kind of to the audience is more like 7 out of 8 teams didn't want to scrim us. We are the team to beat. So we went to Worlds. We got quarters. We played a very intense best of 5 against one of the best teams in the world. We want to show the rest of the league and our fans kind of what makes us winners. And the fact that they are not willing and they're hiding things and then come to stage with this shit. Are you even watching us? Like, are you even like scouting us? What are you guys doing? You were off for 4 months vacation, and then this is what you bring? To me, I want to level up the level of the region as a whole, and I think that revealing what we do will make everyone else better, and therefore we will level up the whole region and have better performances, not just looking at FlyQuest, but looking at TL, looking at C9. Every single team will play better, and I think that's important to keep longevity, especially now that we're merging with the South as well. They will also learn, And I just want to make NA a powerhouse, you know?
And just specifically, you're speaking about streaming your scrims, not just scrimming the team. So streaming the scrims, that would be extremely entertaining. There is a very popular team doing that right now.
It's their idea. We stole it. No misunderstand. We took the idea from them. I just personally feel like it's a great way to engage the fans, engage everyone, and just in general, do better. Because I think that for me, this is the #1 thing. I mentioned I turned 26. I want to do better in every single way of my life, and I don't want to be afraid of people outperforming me because they know what I'm up to. I have 6 years of my career. You can VOD review every single secret that I've ever had. You can see in my gameplay out of all those years, especially at the World Championship. I've never left anything, behind. I've always put everything on the game on the Rift, so I'm not afraid to show you what my day-to-day looks like and kind of elevate the rest of the teams, because I feel like there's too many teams that are clearly not using every hour of the day as well as they should be.
Love to hear it. Would love to see you guys scrim against other teams on stream. Congratulations, you played great today. Hope to see more of you later in the year. That's it here with Whippo. We're going to head to break. Great stuff.